You know who's cute? Old people with self-awareness. They're amazing, like the late great Betty White. She knew that she was hilarious. You know what's not great? Old people with no self-awareness and who are horny. Like this guy, the person who I'm going to talk about, who decides at some point that he wants to talk in depth about his sensual abilities as well as sing. Two things that he can't do. Now, I am actually glad that I have the power of self-awareness. I know when not to do something, and I gotta be honest, making a fool of myself is not the funnest thing, but what's even worse is not understanding the social cues that maybe you're too old to get a girl who could be your granddaughter, and maybe, just maybe, you don't sound like the Bee Gees, even though for some odd reason you look exactly like the lead singer. There is a lot to unpack in today's episode. I want you to know that you're gonna cringe your pantaloons off, and I'm so sorry. This is a money back guarantee. If you don't, by the end of the video, you could unsubscribe, because I am so confident in this guy being the cringe lord that you will be like, yes, Sufi, you're right. By the way, if you didn't meet me, hopefully you subscribe by the end of this. Let's take you on a journey of probably the most detestable person I've seen on the show in a long time. This old man he deserves to be in some like horny jail or something. Let's take a look at Ron.
I don't care who I sing in front of. I'll sing in front of the President of the United States.
That sounds like a threat. I'll sing in front of the president. I don't care if he likes it. He's gonna sit there, shut the hell up and listen. Everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like a punishment. Sure, go ahead.
I have more pictures of women from the waist down than I could ever believe.
There you go. So how long did it take you? There's a money back guarantee. There you go. Has that sentence ever been said by anyone ever at any point? I have more pictures of women from the waist down. I can understand when girls are like, ugh, men. I'm like, come on, we need to work together. And then I see stuff like this. I'm like, damn it. I understand now. This dude really said that and expected anyone to go along with anything he says after that. That is so dehumanizing. Ugh. And look, it's all these models and stuff. Hi, nice to meet you. I must say you have a magnetic charm that's hard to resist. Good one. Is it okay if I steal a moment of your time? That's funny. At no point did he think, hey, they're doubling up on me, which is probably what he wants. But like, come on, dude. For real?
She wanted to have sexual intimacy and sexual relations with me.
Probably retirement home actually kicked him out. They were like, this is not horny jail, contrary to what you think. You cannot do that to the patients here.
She wants to be a woman.
Yeah, okay, so this is where I realized this man looks exactly like evil Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees. So I think, this is my theory, something went wrong with the timelines. The Bee Gees in his world are an evil band because they sing songs, not that people don't want to hear, but like in his world, music sucks and singing is like a terror experience. It's like painful, and so he threatens people to sing, but also he likes ass. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. He's an ass addicted evil singer. Okay, let's continue.
On today's episode, we've been contacted by a woman named Carla on behalf of her friend named Ron.
I don't know what Carla could have in a best... This guy doesn't seem like he's best friend material. He seems like he's sociopath material. He's like kind of verging on the path to greatness, if greatness was like diabolical. Do you know what I mean? Like, is he nice to her? Is he different to her? Why is he different to her? I feel like there's something there that needs to be explored, because the way this man has talked about women in the first 15 seconds leads me to believe there is no possible way on this realm of earth that he could have a best friend, especially that's a woman. So I just want to know.
What you say on here can potentially go into the video, okay?
You're saying I'm responsible for everything I say.
Ooh, okay. So whenever Drew comes through with a disclaimer to start the video, you know it's going to be some juicy beef stew right here. That's, there's only ever been said when someone is being blatantly racial or sexual. And I think I know which one this guy is. I mean,
hello, Scatfish. My name is Ron.
Wow, he called him Scatfish just like for no fucking reason. Just hello, Scatfish. That's, I don't even know. What? Did he really say that? Can I go back? That's...
Hello, Scatfish.
He did say that. This motherfucker just decided I'm going to call them whatever I think is good. Scatfish.
I'm 67 years old.
6'7", right? Ha ha ha. I never thought I'd say that in my life, but this guy is 67 and he's trying to bang 19-year-old. So at some point, this joke is going to make itself. I think the best joke is that a Gen Z is going to be like, my husband is 6, 7 years old, and nobody will laugh because it's terrible.
I go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I ride my bicycle every single day if I can.
Oh shit, I didn't know he was Grandpa Swole over here. I did not know. Muscle King.
When I was in high school, I made first team all league as a running back. I made first team all league as a catcher.
Oh.
I sang in a church choir.
Holy shit. He sang. He what? He made first catcher. He caught the first team all in his mouth. Huh? Something happened. Wow. This guy was a A1, D1 athlete. He dunked on LeBron James in high school. He had tea with Michael Jordan. You know, he played cards with Scottie Pippen. He taught Shaq how to grow. This guy had a pretty big upbringing. And most and best of all, he sung in the church choir. He has the voice of a prepubescent Greek boy at the altar. He's an altar boy.
I learned to sing very well. I competed nationally.
He competed. He sung harder than the other kids. His singing beat the other kids' singing. He got the Grammy Award for Best Choir Singer.
And I just love to sing. I don't care who I sing in front of. I'll sing in front of the President of the United States.
Better hear some of these singing, these songs right here. I want to know if America's Got Next Idol, what's it called? American Top Idol model. America's next person that they can exploit. I want to know if he could go on that show because I would vote for him.
Because there's victory in the Lord, I say.
It's not bad. Not bad. I can't wait to hear more of that singing. It's exactly what I hope for. Thanks, Ron. Do you guys think he was really a football player or they just passed him around like he was the bull? I feel like this is the type of guy who makes up stories in his head. And when he goes to bed at night, he's American Idol of the world. But when he wakes up, he's Ron. You owe me $3,000. You're late for your car payment. I was really expecting something. He talked himself up so much. I actually started to believe that he's like the long lost father of like the greatest singer or something. Like this guy's like the ancient singer. I was hoping. And then Ron belted out victory. I was like, sounds like defeat.
I was the one suggested to him that he could sing because he had that radio voice. There's that bass in his voice.
You did this, Carla. Carla. I thought this was her best friend and she threw him under the proverbial bus here. What the hell is that about? This is why you need good friends who will tell you when you're shit at something. Because sometimes like you're like trying to do something and your friend is like so encouraging. They're like, I'm your bestie. You could do anything. But I would prefer a friend who's like, I am your bestie. Do not do that. I care about you.
And don't you go riding on that long black train.
Oh, what the hell does... What?
What do you mean by that?
Don't you go riding on that long black train? That sounds like it's a porno or something. What? I don't... Okay, Ron, just chill out.
That devil, he's a driving.
Hey, guys, if you can just like try and pause or like look at his eyes when he's singing, this dude literally gets possessed when he starts singing. His eyes roll back into his head. I never seen some demonic stuff like this in a long time. You know what's crazier than a ghost that maybe you're in a graveyard and you hear like this angelic voice? What's even worse is hearing this in a graveyard. Is someone off key and dead. It's like even after death, they didn't fix it. It's still broken. That's actually very crazy. I don't know if I'd like that. So this is the scariest thing I've seen all day. And I've seen a lot of stuff.
When I sing, and when I sing really well, there are women who take me home and give me gratuity.
Oh shit, he really thinks he's the Weeknd. There's gotta be some sort of like movie or lesson in here where it's a dude who in his head has like a buttery smooth voice and he thinks women are taking him home for the night and they're like giving him a place to stay and food to eat, when in reality it's the cops putting him in jail being like, you have to eat, we have to feed you, this is the jail cell. There's gotta be something here because this dude does not understand. He suck. What is he missing? How do you get to 67 and nobody tells you, hey bruh, don't do that? Nobody said that ever? This dude does not have good friends.
So you think I'm a toxic person or whatever, which I'm not. I don't hurt women and I don't victimize them.
Is that a thing? You don't victimize women? What does that mean? He's like, hey, they can stand up for themselves. I don't care about they. You know what? Unlike you guys who think that they can't, like they need to be victimized. I don't. I think I tell her that she needs to get up. Whenever she gets knocked back down, I'm like, get up. You're gonna do it. But she never plays the victim card because I never let her. I just sing to her. And even though I know it's killing her inside, it's making her stronger.
To me about experiences he has with me that's completely manufactured.
Because she let herself get real heavy.
The gloves are off now, Chief. I was holding back, but since you made this your one best friend who seems to be the one who's trying to help you, and now I don't know if they had like a relationship. I don't get it, because it seems to me that she says that she's never been romantically interested in him, and I can believe that. Look at him. But at the same time, something would have had to happen. But apparently this guy said that because she got heavy, she's not sexy anymore. This mother flipper has the gall to say that with the double chin. Mother F the big three. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to hold back anymore, big guy. I feel like once you disrespect Carla, it's punching time.
And even though we're not a couple anymore or do sleepovers together or anything like that.
He said sleepovers together. This dude has 100% tried to lure younger girl. I don't know if that's a thing, but like he said the word sleepovers together with two grown adults. That's not the language that goes with the two grown adults. Do you know how weird it is if someone was eating food next to you and you're like, ooh, yummy food in tummy? Like that would be like, okay, I'm gonna leave now, because that was not appropriate for someone who is 30 years old to be saying. Do you know what I mean? Like sleepovers together sounds like he's trying to play the grandpa role over here. I do not like that.
I don't understand where he comes up with these memories.
But I still feel, bad that I can't, be with.
Okay, so this is probably the weirdest part of the whole episode, is that thinks this man is completely making things up. And he seems to be almost sympathetic that he can't love Carla the way that she once was, because she's now bigger sized. This dude spoke about it like she's been in some like car crash and she's on life support or something. He's talking about her like she doesn't exist anymore, which is, I don't know, this might be like every bad inclination into a man that I've ever seen before. Dude who's not self-aware, thinks he's the shit. Also makes fun of other people's appearance when he looks like that.
I'm supposed to go along with these lies.
She's not able to take care of herself the way she once did.
I have to excuse him because of his age.
Damn, I feel sorry for Carla, man. She's trying so hard. She's actually the one who got him on the show. It wasn't even him. This dude would have never sought his own help. He would have been happy in his own bliss, being like, look at these bottomless pictures of women. Yeah. He probably can tell who the woman is from seeing the bottom half. This is how I bet you he's one of those dudes. So this is a detestable mother flipper. Now, all I can say is prayers up for Carla, because she deserves a better friend. Ronald, you got to shape up or get out of here.
I met ladies on Facebook and my account took off like something like Elvis or Frank Sinatra.
For real? With a voice like that, you're gonna compare yourself to Frank Sinatra or Elvis? Those bums? Are you serious? Why would you sell yourself so short, sir? Why not compare yourself to God himself? You know what I mean? Jesus H. Christ. The H stands for you think you could get to heaven with that voice? You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Facebook should owe you money. You know what I mean? I'm surprised more women aren't throwing themselves at you. Women should throw themselves at you so much they should make a bridge so you could get from the real world to the fake world that you currently live in.
I couldn't believe all the women that were there.
That's right. Because it's unbelievable, because it's not true. But that's right. That's right. Maybe you should watch The Social Network, actually. I don't think you know what Facebook is. I think you think it's a site to pick up women, when really it's actually a site for your auntie to say things like happy birthday once every 3 years. And you're like, that's what it's used for, okay?
I went to his home to fix his desktop computer, and I find that there's explicit photos.
Because it had a virus from all of the porn that he was watching. 100%. I mean, I don't know this, but 100% that's what happened. But anyway, hello, gorgeous. Olivia's blind. I must say you have a magnetic charm that's hard to resist. Charlotte also said, I must say you have a magnetic charm that's hard to resist. He's getting copy and pastes, not realizing that could be a scam. So this, he's no point thought like, it's not weird that girls who look like they could be my granddaughter's age are all coming on to me now when I have the least amount of hair, the least amount of self-awareness, the most amount of chins I've ever had. No? Okay.
They wanted something back for that. And I had to learn how to do all that and take a shot of myself from the waist down.
Okay. All right, it's getting juicy, okay? Let's break that down, fellas and lady fellas. Sarah over here. Sarah said, "Where is my photo of you?" This man proceeds to like 100% send a pic of his shriveled up old turtle penis. The scammer asked for that. Who is losing here? That was unnecessary from the scammer, wasn't it? Like there was no need for like, where is my picture? Like there was no need for him to be like, where's my nudes? And then get that back. Like he put himself in the line of fire for no reason. This guy went deep undercover, is what I'm saying. That scammer deserves the money. I know I don't say that very often, but like he was willing to take a couple dick pics to the face.
And I don't know if he's trying to make up for his size.
Wow. Okay, this is too much information, guys. I'm gonna need to scale back on that information. But for whatever reason, I know Ron. He's a singer. He has a small ding dong. And he has taught successfully at 67 taught himself what not many other men can do: take dick pics. So that's one of the skills that maybe they don't teach you at the retirement home. But Ron learned it.
I think he's a little bit egotistical.
Carla said that he has a little bit of an ego, which is like underselling it so much, because this man, in the few minutes that I've known him, I would watch from afar with binoculars because I think he's such a train wreck, but I wouldn't want to be involved in his life. If I was, it would be an absolute nightmare. This is what this dude is, and I don't even know his last name. So Carla is like, actually seems like a good friend for not just laying out all of his dirty laundry. But what we know is this man has 100% been sending D-pics to random Nigerian men who might deserve it, who knows, and money.
Were attracted to me, and they would, if I asked them not to shave, they would stop shaving.
Okay, we didn't need that one. Come on, dude. This man is flexing with other people's pubic hair. That's a thing that just happened now, guys.
I think he's a perfect
2. He's a perfect 2. He's 1 + 1.
victim.
Oh.
And I would tell them that I'm not a young man in my 20s or 30s. I'm over 50.
You're almost 70. Is that how 50 works? Like you get to 50, you just like, I'm over 50. And then they have to start now guessing how far over 50 you are. That's the new thing, isn't it? Like you get to a certain age, you're like, I'm old. And then you just never tell them, because if you do, they get shocked and run out the club.
And they didn't seem to mind that because I looked younger than I am.
Well, you look 600 though. You look like one of them statues from Easter Island, so I don't know if that's true. How old do you guys think he looks? I would have guessed like 80. I'll be honest, I don't know what he looked like, but I would not have guessed 67, because I've seen some people who are like in their mid-60s and they look great. This dude looks like a fool. Sorry, I'm just saying, you messed with Carla.
He's controlled so much by the scammers.
Her name is Angel Vasquez.
Okay, so it's on Facebook where he meets a girl who he particularly likes named Angel. I guess he loves the tattoos and other things. Some people like personalities. He's like, she's got a face and an ass to die for. Sounds like something I would have said when I was 18, but some people never grow out of it, so...
Her figure on her is just unbelievable. She's got everything that a man could ever want for.
Cool. She's 30. She's got everything every guy ever wants. Fake boobs. Like she did it, man. Wow. Back in his day, that didn't exist. This is like, he's looking at like the new age woman. He's like, wow, you got a skull tattoo. I could only dream of a woman's who looked like that. So this is his dream girl. And he's finally, through the magic of Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, achieved sex. Not really yet, but like he's going to.
He looks every bit the part. She's a Brazilian beauty with a Brazilian butt.
Oh, there it is. There we go. Almost was not getting canceled for like 1 second. They had to change that back to that. Is this how it is when you don't, like, you just never grow out of your horny stage? Is this what that looks like?
She wanted to have sexual intimacy and sexual relations.
Said, I just need to be with you, my love. She didn't say any of the things that you said. She didn't say I want to give sloppy toppy in a jalopy. She didn't say that. Where did you get that from this? Where did you make that connection? Because it wasn't there.
When I met Angel, we hit it off very good. And I said, okay, I'm going to drive down in South San Diego, Chula Vista.
Cool. Didn't need to know that. But okay. Now he wants to meet her because he's doing that booty call because, it only really goes so far. When you get digital ass, that's never the same thing. Ask ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT will tell you the best type of butt is Brazilian. As we all know, thanks ChatGPT and Ron.
And then she never showed up. I said, what the heck, How can you do that to me?
Thought we cared about each other. Ugh, this dude literally said he likes her for the face, the body, and that Brazilian butt. But yeah, sure, we care about each other.
She never showed up. She left me hanging there at a motel.
Motel! Do people ever just is that a thing? Motel. I'm gonna go to a motel. I'm just hang out. We're just gonna be friends in a motel. Motel is for either reviewing 1-star reviews. You should check out my other channel. Or, those are the two things you do in a motel. That's it. This dude was doing the latter.
His chat, people are asking him for money.
The reason why I sent Angel money is she lost her job.
Where did it go? Where in the cosmos is her job? Boob job, right? That's all you saw. Because, it doesn't matter what else she does.
I'm not sure exactly what happened to the job. I don't know. She was making all this great money.
Doing what, by the way? Does we ever know? She probably even said it and he just glossed over his mind.
And I felt a responsibility for that. Right or wrong as that may sound.
So, yeah, he says that I'm gonna give you some money now because you lost your job and I want to get you back into that Brazilian butt. And I want to smooch those cheeks one by one. And then she said, thank you so much, handsome. And that was just like it is. It's like king, my queen, did you eat? Handsome. Oh, beautiful. Something like that. Just words of affirmation to make you feel special when nobody really wants to even look at you because you try and hit on people at a drive-thru. Because I'm pretty sure that's what he does. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's true. But Ron seems like the type of person to sing his McDonald's order and they try and give it to him for free because the pain is too much.
Well, at that time, it worked out so that I got my inheritance for $87,000.
So someone in Ron's family died, presumably because he sang to them. And now he has $87,000. And instead of using that to gain some common sense, he is instead spending it on Angel. This man is going to be with the angels very soon if he doesn't shape the fuck up. But anyway.
Things got even more out of control when she told Ron about her inheritance that she was about to get.
So not to be outdone, the scammer's like, you got an inheritance? No. I got an inheritance. So they're playing Inheritance Battle now. They're like, it's a new app game that you can download. Inheritance Battle. Battle for your family's money. They're doing that. And she says that in order for her to gain inheritance, she needs to be married to a man.
She got to be married to a man, and the money must go into the husband's account, which is me.
So two things with her family. They really were protecting her against lesbians because if she got married to a woman, you don't get money. It's over for you. You have to get married to a man. Secondly, I did not know that's how inheritances work because I'm a straight man, which is a problem because that means I have to be married to a man in order to get my family's money, according to the inheritance guides of life, which means I'm going to have to start looking for men now. So, I still can't do it. But you know what? For enough money, maybe.
Now, I paid $1,500 4 months ago to marry Angel. I have to pay another $1,500
to divorce her. Oh, my God. 300 plus 10 times that. Holy crap. What are you going to do, sir? Oh, I don't know what he's saying.
We got a marriage certificate, but we never got a marriage license.
Okay, so you need a certificate and a license to get married. I don't know if this is true because I have not been married. Marriage sounds complicated, I thought you just have to be like, I do. And then the girl's like, yeah, me too. And then you get a dress. Not like me. Whatever. It doesn't, who the fuck cares? This dude didn't get married. That's all I'm saying. You need a certificate, all sorts of, you need to pass a marriage test. What's your wife's favorite color? Is this your wife? You have to pick her out of a lineup, like the police lineup. There's so many tests to get married, but he failed. So they didn't get married. Therefore, she didn't get her inheritance, and now she's still broke. And he has to send her money. But he's also lost out money on the lawyer who ran away. There's so many things wrong happening in Ron's life. It's almost like his life is wrong. That was a stretch.
And in order to be legally married in San Diego, you have to get a marriage license and you have to prove that you've got a divorce.
I thought you had to prove that you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. Since we're making up bullshit, you have to duel your wife, and if you win 3 out of 4, then you can marry her.
So when I look at him as a person, I see that he is completely lost it.
Yeah, Carla, 100%. Accurate assessment, Carla. This man has lost it eons ago. He's a floating corpse in the corporeal world. He is not really here with us, but somewhere along his mind is floating in the cosmos.
She swore on her parent that she would not give my bank login to the attorney, do the thing. These are the most dishonorable people in the profession.
The Bank of America or the scammers or what? I don't know who he's talking about. They honestly, at some point, I feel like Bank of America and scammers, at some point, on some level, there is, I'm not saying it's a thing, but there's probably one banker, one Nigerian guy who's like handshaking, like, yes, yeah. And that's how it goes. We take 10% off the top, you take that 90 off your victim. Bank of America, we turn our heads.
To me, she is real because of the things that she says. There's no way that a woman would talk that way to a man unless she were real.
There it is. I just can't wait till we get together, baby. And that's apparently so mind-blowing of a statement. This man doesn't think it could possibly fake. He don't think anybody could fake this. When someone shows him ChatGPT, he's gonna explode. His nuts are actually gonna fall off. And then he replies with the most gangster statement ever, "Me too," which is just, I remember him saying he has a way with words, and it's correct. 2 words. He was not wrong. He has a way with words. He didn't say I have a way with the word, because then she would have said something like, "I want you so bad." He'd say like ditto. Just one.
She can have any man in the world. Once she's got her money, she can have any man in the world she wants.
I like the slow zoom on his face as he keeps talking and they cut his voice off, because presumably what he said is just nonsense at this point. He's like, he believes it too, because he's so convicted in the way that he's talking. She could have any man she wants. Why would she choose me? She's like really vigorously doing this.
I said, hey, you're gonna lose your home. These people are gonna suck you dry of all the money that you have.
Yeah, that's the problem, Carla. You said people are gonna suck him dry, and then anything after that line just went out the window. This dude said, "Suck me dry, count me in," and he just went forward with it. That is very crazy.
Has he ever exposed himself or sent pictures of himself to anyone that you know of?
Never. I just never experienced that side of him.
Thank God, actually. I'm really happy to hear that Carla hasn't been treated like that. You know what? I don't think she would have stood for it anyway. But like, good. You know, obviously, by the way, if this ever happens, you report that shit. Like, it's consent, it matters. And if you're doing it consensually, yo, send them titty pics. Send that. That's fine. That is none of anybody's business. But if it's not consensual, don't be doing that. So I'm glad that Ron didn't send his turtle to everyone in the neighborhood.
So how long have you and Ron been friends for?
From 2004 to September.
They used to be friends for like 20 years. This dude went from 47 to 67. He was at some point homies with Carla, and something went wrong. I just feel bad for poor Carla. She really cares about Ron for whatever reason.
A few days before this call with Carla, Brienne and Bree video chatted Ron to pull more information on Angel.
Oh, okay. See, now's the worst part. Like, you thought it was bad, right? You thought it was really bad. 2 Brees are sitting there, and they're like the information getters. And I feel very sorry for like Bree, because she has to witness many things that people really should never witness. Her poor eyes, okay? She seems so sweet, so nice, and then comes along Ron. And this dude knows that he has some dick pics on his phone. And I think you know where I'm going with this.
When he was scrolling through the chats with him and her, he exposed a photo of himself.
Oh, look at her face, man. She looks like she's It looks like she just been through it. This instantly goes from like an easy day at work to why do I do this? Do I really need to be doing this? Can I not just... I think my life would be happier without this. Damn.
You know what? I'm done, Brienne.
Prayers up in the chat for Brie. She's nice. She's a really nice person. That's bad. Damn. Imagine that being the reaction, by the way. You like take your boy out, you know what I mean? You swing it around. People are like, I'm done. I'm out of here. That's the wrong reaction. I feel like every guy needs, like, you know, in your head, you're like, good reaction. Things will go good after this moment. So, but, you know, there is a time and a place. Preferably not two random people you met who are trying to help you get your money back. One of which who has a husband who's also part owner of this thing. Maybe not that. And also the other Brie as well. Let's not forget her. Those are 4 eyeballs that didn't want to see those balls. If you know what I mean. Like, stop.
You're this angel that just keeps showing up and helping him out with his computer, his finances, his, you know, whatever. You've been doing it for years and years.
So then the boys talk to Carla a little more, and aptly so, David actually says, you're this angel who helps him out with everything. And I think it's worth mentioning the parallel between the guy that he thinks is angel, who really might be a Nigerian man, and Carla, who is to him an angel, who actually keeps helping him. And the fact that he just can't see past skin deep means that he will forever twirl in like uncertainty, because he cannot, for the life of him, get past the fact that maybe Brazilian butts are not for him always.
Well, I actually severed ties with him.
So is this like your big I told you so to him?
No, I would never rub it in his face or anybody's face.
Man, Carla is so nice, dude. Why is Carla in her car, by the way? Can someone... Is it a requirement of the show for someone to be in their car?
What's your ideal outcome of like, okay, we did this. This is exactly what I hope happens and I want to happen.
Oh my god, she's crying, dude.
You guys could show him the impact and that he really has people in his life that cares.
That's so sad, dude. Carla is like genuinely affected by this. I wish that he would see that more than the fact that his phone is like 90% women's either butts or fronts. Like, I wish at some point he would look at the face of Carla and see that she's actually hurting. That is so sad. This friend really cares about this guy. Enough to cry, enough to come on the show, enough to be a part of it, even though she wasn't asked to. I don't know what he did to deserve a friend that good. It's like one of the best blessings in life to have good friends. Is like the best thing ever. Like, man.
His children are hurting.
He has children? This gooberhead has children? Why does he not take care of his kids? This dude is like, I'm making more kids to not raise.
He's putting good money after bad money. As soon as the money disintegrates and it goes into the scammers, he's still doing that.
Holy shit. I've never heard a more crazy depiction. She said the money disintegrates and goes into the scammer. Like it's some sort of like this is like a game or something. Like, you know, you like get the money, you crush it, it goes into your skin, and the scammer's like they like gain power. There's like one god scammer and like all the demigod scammer. Like I've never heard it like that before. That's hilarious.
Scammers. He's still doing that, and he doesn't realize. Somehow I would like for him to wake up, see what he's doing, stop the bleed.
So in a weird twist of events, they actually weren't gonna help Ron because he seems irredeemable. And let's be honest, there is nothing, why anybody want to help him? But then when Carla is crying and she's like, I care about him, the team decides we're going to help him basically because of her. So yet again, she is the catalyst for any change in his life whatsoever. Carla, the best. Let's see if he can accept the help and also hopefully apologize for flashing Brie. Don't do that to my girl.
To mention, he only had 3 photos of Angel, but had hundreds of nude photos of her body.
I'm trying to think of the things to say here. All right, let me just at least try and like say it in a piecemeal sentence. There's nothing wrong with being sexually attracted to people. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. You have to also realize they're people. You don't be an idiot. That's all. If you're dating and it leads to stuff, great. If that's your intention, you're gonna be looked at as a piece of shit. And so you should. That's not the only thing people go for. And it's fine. Like I said, again, super okay to be in horny jail every night. That's whatever. That's you. Consensual is consensual. But at the same time, my brother, if you say you love this girl, you gotta have more than 3 pictures of her face. That doesn't. If someone was like, this is your wife, and you had 3 pictures of her face, 9 pictures of her ass, the math ain't mathing. That's not what you're supposed to do. Don't do that.
Why are you wanting to do this? Just help me understand. Like, what problems you want us to help you solve?
Angel has a daughter named Isabella.
He wants to solve that problem? He wants to... Is that what's happening there? Huh? Ron? He wants her out of the picture. He's gonna send her to like baby school forever or something. What's happening there? Gonna stroll her like he's gonna get like a forever nanny. He wants her out the picture, I could tell.
Their granddaughter has a form of cancer, and I have to give her $10,000 so that she can take her daughter to England.
Well, those are not sentences that match up with any fucking thing I've ever heard. Let me try and break that down. What? I'm gonna replay that.
Their granddaughter
Their granddaughter? The child's granddaughter? Who's there?
Angel has a daughter named Isabella.
Okay, I can understand that. She has a daughter.
Their granddaughter
Okay, now that's a bit confusing because it implies that the kid has a grandchild, but also the mom has a grandchild. That's a baby right there. The baby can't have baby.
has a form of cancer,
Okay, the baby's baby has cancer. How does England happen?
and I have to give her $10,000 so that she can take her daughter to England.
Okay, all right. All right, cool. Just one more time for the crowd. She has a granddaughter. She's a grandma, but she has a granddaughter. The granddaughter has cancer. Rest peacefully. But the daughter needs money to travel to England. Keep in mind the daughter's like 1 or 2 years old to be with her kid. Okay, sure.
We got married in like May of this year, but the attorney never paid for any of the legal fees.
The attorney is not supposed to pay the fees. You're supposed to pay the fees. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, bless your heart. You hire a lawyer and the lawyer's like, how am I going to afford this? Oh my God.
I need to know that where I stand, where I sit.
Okay, old man. You sit in a chair. You stand up off the chair. See?
What is going on?
There you go. That's that's the 3 things every old person says. Where do I sit? Where do I stand? What is going on? Go back to that's all you need, buddy. You don't need this Brazilian butt. You just gotta leave that, go back to the home, just watch the game.
Carla was concerned about you when we spoke to her yesterday. She feels that you've pushed her away, and because of this relationship, Ron, like you're pushing other people away.
Well, that's another story. Carla and I used to live together.
Okay, so I have not gotten any more on the backstory. It just seems like Carla has always said like we're friends. And then it seems like Ron says that we used to sleep over together, live together at each other's houses, and then the romantic interest just got dropped by him. I don't know what has happened there, but he does have a track record of lying. But now David has to confront him and say that you flashed my wife here, so I gotta stand up to that.
I struggled a little bit with this interview. I'll tell you why. So Brienne is my wife.
Oh, you see that reaction? He was like, holy crap. It's almost like he knew he got caught. He put his hands up in the air. This is like a reaction. Basically, he knows when the cops are coming, the hands go up. They just go behind his back. He just makes the process easier.
So they had asked you to do it, but you were scrolling through your phone and you hit like a wiener pic.
They were asking me to get photos of Angel, and that was where I had the photos linked up to it.
The wiener defense, I call it. You ask someone why they showed you a wiener pic and you just say anything because you're old enough, so when you start rambling, other people out of respect have to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, just say sorry, dude.
I completely blanked out that there were some of my photos on there also.
Okay.
So I never showed it a second time.
Makes it better. That's really the thing that people want to hear. But I never showed it to her a second time. You got to reach for the sky for that one. That is again one of the times when if a girl is like, I hate men, I'm like, okay, I understand and I apologize on behalf. Like we got nothing. There is no case here. That is an unacceptable way to react to. I never did it again. It's not okay.
I want to help you out, but like you gotta apologize.
Okay, I apologize to bring up for that.
Okay.
And I hadn't looked at that website or that actual email.
You sent it on email? You send your dick pics on email? That's so old. Dude, this is how 60-year-olds do it. Dear reader, here is my penis. Look at it. Kind regards. Come Come on.
And I'm trying to in a hurry, and that's how that happened.
Yeah, yes, of course, the rush pic. It's like blurred. You like motion blur that. It's like, this is what it would look like in action. Like, wow, that, yet again, this dude never fails to make me want to throw up food that I didn't eat.
Okay, so it was a mistake.
I didn't do it twice. If I'd have done it twice, then you could really be mad at me.
Okay.
Gaslighting the husband of the person that you showed your ding dong to is like a new level of, this is actually bordering on like, I'm starting to think he's a genius now, because he went from like, I'm gonna apologize to, let me bargain with you here. You see, if I kept showing it to her, maybe you have a case, but really, I think you're accusing me of something I didn't even do. He's a good lawyer. He might not be a good singer, good looking, good friend, good guy, but he might be a good lawyer though.
The first thing I want to talk about is the state of California conservatorship document that you were sent, right? So Bree, she ran a reverse image search. She was able to see that document where they were symbols that were taken from other documents.
Okay, yes, that does look very fake. I don't think we need to really look into why. But, you know, if you really want to, the Comic Sans font is not exactly selling it, is it? But the actual start of the whatever this thing is cut off. The California is cut off at the top. That's pretty bad. So that's not a marriage license. Okay, pretty sure you knew that, buddy. Photoshop is like wizardry to old people, isn't it? Like, because back in their day, you had to stand for like 30 minutes to take a picture. Now it's like you press a couple clicks and it's like things that haven't existed do exist. So I think Photoshop is genuinely like watching a wizard go to work to them.
Lawyer and the judge that you thought you were dealing with are not really part of this.
Where am I sending the money to?
Okay, buddy. That's a crazy reaction. It took a couple seconds. He was like, I'm going to attack someone. Yes, Drew. Why did he start screaming at them? Damn. It's not like they have your money.
The signature was taken off a real legal document and photoshopped onto this document.
Oh, shit. He looks like he's in pain. He looks like he took damage, like critical damage, too. Again, I feel like this episode has been like some sort of RPG game where you can see this man, his life points are draining, bro.
Over a Florida driver's license. So what we had found is this is actually a photoshopped driver's license.
Can I just say something? That is a fire driver's license. They got like, damn, mine is just like blue and like all in black writing. They have Florida, the Sunshine State, all that. I want to get Texas, so much beef. Why don't, bro, they don't have none of that in Australia. I don't know what mine would be like. Melbourne. Yeah, Mike. I don't know. But that's cool, man. That looks good. I thought the whole thing was Photoshop. That's a real Florida license.
We actually found the template for this driver's license, and that's how we were able to distinguish that this was a fake government ID.
Oh my God. So who is she?
Not your wife. What do you think, bro? Does it matter who she is? She's not in your life. Maybe if you close down the Facebook, start living, get in touch with your life, your family, your relationships, you'll be fine. Does it matter?
The real identity of Angel is Angela Jonasson.
They just took the A out. Angela. Come on, guys.
Who the heck is that?
Yeah, who the heck is that? Who the heck that? I don't know, Angela.
Everyone you've been talking to has been using the images of adult film actresses.
Do you know that I have donated 18 gallons of blood to the blood bank in my hometown here?
Okay.
Haters, what are you gonna do with that information? Huh? She's what? Adult actress. Do you know I donated 2 pints of water to my local mouth? Do you know that I donated hundreds of methanes into my toilets? I don't know what the fuck the point is. I don't even understand.
And if I were to be involved, have unprotected sex with...
This is the worst guy. This is the worst guy. I don't even know where the sentence is going, but I don't like it.
And if I were to be involved, have unprotected sex with either of these gals, I can't be a blood donor no more.
So many things wrong with that sentence. Were you not planning on doing that? Firstly. Secondly, they don't exist, so it doesn't fucking matter. Thirdly, what? What is that? Why is that even a thought? Okay.
I think our point is you wouldn't ever get to that point where you would have that relationship with them because you've never been talking to these real women.
I like how, like Bree says, these women's, the fact that we didn't even have time to discuss the fact that he had more than one person. He's not even faithful to one Nigerian scammer. He's got a bunch of them. He's got Nigerian scammers on rotation. And I don't know who's losing out here.
No, I'm not talking to Angie Johansson.
No.
I'm talking to somebody using her photo.
Yes, her photo. That's all you need to. It doesn't have to go extend past that point. You could just say photo. This man is processing the Photoshop as we speak.
They stole all her photos. They pretended to be her, changed the name, and they've been using him to talk to you this whole time to steal money from you.
Can you imagine the first person who catfished someone? Like the first ever, like it was a guy, his name was like Greg, and he was like shook the guy's hand, and then he turned to another guy and he's like, I'm Paul. The other guy would have exploded and been like, what? That's probably how it started. Now it's like so sophisticated. You can literally take someone's photos, put them on Facebook and poke people. That's non-consensual right there. Stop poking me.
Okay, now I gave you guys emails.
With an email address, just so you know, if they're freshly created, there's not going to be information behind those emails.
Please, David, you can't explain. This man is trying to understand how photos can adopt personalities. You can't do this to this guy.
The lawyer's fake. The judge is not the judge that signed that paperwork, and Angel is not Angel, right? She's stealing Angela's picture.
Would Angel be a man?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that won't work.
It still will, actually, because according to your thing, as long as you're married to a man, you can get an inheritance. So, in fact, you caught a lucky break. You might as well just marry him. You've both seen each other's dongs, proverbially, so, you know.
I go to church on Sunday believing that I'll be protected from things like this happening to me, and that didn't happen.
You can't just go to church and expect everything to go. I'm the last person to talk about religion, but I think that if you think that you're like a Christian, or you know what I mean? Like you go to church, think that you're the man, probably shouldn't have pictures of random woman's butt cheeks and front butts just on your profile picture. Probably shouldn't be blessing other people's eyes with your ding dong pics. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like maybe that's something the Lord is okay with. I have no idea. But my boy really said, I go to church, things should happen better for me. This dude said I should be protected by church. Here I am having unprotected with a random woman. Like that's crazy. He said that.
This is a very common case that we see. Many men online fall for fake profiles of young, hot women. He took in the information well, but needed to process it.
Yeah, we ever think about why that is and why these old guys are doing something that seems so detestable? Like, I mean, it's easy not to take his side or anything. I never will. But there's two things happening. Like, one, they shouldn't do it, but like you have to ask yourself why it is. Like they feel incomplete, or like what is are they falling to temptation? What is happening? And we actually need to fix that problem before these old dudes get to it and it's too late and they're like, I know I'm doing wrong, but I want to see her thong. Like, you got to get to a point where you're okay with yourself and not like lusting after things at the age of 60 something, because at that point you're not really in control of your life is in control of you. So I don't really think that is a place that anybody wants to be in. There is a huge conversation to be had for that. There's stuff that's much deeper, and I think this generation is probably heading in the same path because we have excess of everything. These are the old dudes discovering, and imagine us.
He wanted this to be true not only because he sent close to $100,000 to these fake profiles.
Oh, I thought he only had 80 something in the inheritance. He spent all of that on Angela.
Okay, so the marriage. I'm not married to Angel. Then did you check out the marriage document?
Angel is an angel. The real person in the image is Angela.
Oh, so I'm not married.
That's what you took from that? Okay, whatever. Just go back to singing. Okay, all right. Okay, Grandpa's not getting the fucking point here. This is why they need me on an episode. So I can just, if he said that 3 times to me, I'll be like, where do you live? And he'll be like, why? And I'll be like, I just need to do something. Then I catch a flight and I'll look him in the eye and like transfer my knowledge to him and be like, you idiot. She doesn't fucking exist, bro.
This is a facade. This is a lie. The only thing that they are interested in doing is getting access to your money.
My own family wants to sue me because of the money that I owed.
That's hilarious. I don't think there's a funnier sentence. That my own family's trying to sue me for the money that I owe them. The ironic part is I have to pay the lawyer the money that I owe them. But if they didn't sue me, I wouldn't pay them. It's a hilarious triangle of biblical proportion, if you could understand that.
I jeopardized my relationship with Carla.
I think you should apologize to Carla.
She liked the money that I used to spend on her. I used to take her out for really nice dinners, go out to the movies, and I haven't been able to do that.
Okay, so yeah, that's apparently to him, that's the friendship. Nice movies, nice dinners, but he also complained that she got bigger, so he almost wanted her to not eat those nice dinners. Catch 22, my friend, catch 22.
Everything she said would happen has happened.
She wants your friendship back, Ron.
All she needs is the dinner and the newest movie.
There you go.
Actually, at the end of the episode, David actually breaks it down to an older man, which seems like it's like when I grew up, you're not supposed to tell old people what to do, which now that I look at it, seems like the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, because it just seems like old people are so angry and annoyed that you can't actually explain to them they might be wrong in certain situations. And a lot of them aren't willing to learn because their hippocampus is so it's built up to the point that they won't retain new information. The old habits die hard and harder when you're older. But now David is forced to tell this old man that your constant watching of illicit substances, you're, watching these things that create lust, and then they make you sort of dehumanize people, and then you just have a thing, an idea in your head and not a person. So what we teach the kids.
What happens is when you look at so many nude photos and so much, you start becoming desensitized to this.
I don't do.
Oh, damn. What did he say in return? I don't know what he said. I like to imagine he just was swearing.
This stuff is fake. How many times you're walking down the street, you have a hot 29-year-old that walks up to you and says, hey, baby, like, I want to be your boyfriend.
David, you were going so well, and then you said, I guess 0 times, David. I don't think I've ever heard a girl say, I want to be your boyfriend, straight up, point blank. David was going so well with that for like 95% of that. And that last 5% made me laugh so much I can't remember the other 95.
Because she said, I have the money to put in your bank account, and I need for you to give me all of my money and not take any of it.
By the way, they've been playing the same God of War soundtrack the whole 20 minutes here. Like, this dude didn't get the music change that normal people get. Normally it's like a little doot 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 doot, I'm David. What's his name? Ron. This is like solid end of the world like music track here. His world is ending as we speak, so I guess it's fitting.
Okay, I've got it now. It's been ingrained in me. It's forced on me. I can now walk away from Angel and say to myself, hey, I don't know who the hell.
She doesn't. Okay, but he's gonna probably message her and be like, "You're not real. I don't believe you," and then probably go right back into it when she's like, "Please believe me." I don't see this going anywhere. I would love an update on this guy, but this is basically how it ends because the next slide. And then they say Ron and Carla still haven't spoken as he focuses on blocking and disengaging from the fake profiles he's been conversing with online. So we don't really get an update. We don't know if Ron ever comes to his senses, and I think I'd like an update video because he's one of the few people I'm like, did he ever figure it out? Did he even figure out Angel isn't real still? I want to know because he's getting to 70 years old. That's 7 decades on this earth. You can't still be getting fooled. You know what I mean? I know there's new scams every day. There's new things all the time. But this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. This dude really went out, said, I'm going to go on Facebook looking for trouble. And he found it. And that's bad. Nobody wants a grandpa like this. Grandpa, get help. All right, that's all I have to say. I mean, this is crazy video. I don't know if the next one's going to be as crazy as this guy, but this was a dude. Anyway, yeah, take care. See you on the next one.